Hello, future engineers. Here is another video in structural analysis, and this is the third method of analyzing indeterminate beams, still by superposition method and combined with moment area method. So here is the problem. So still determine the vertical reaction at C and the deflection under the 20 kilonewton load. So take note of the superposition method. We make the indeterminate beam determinate, analyze it by this time moment area method for the corresponding deflections under the supports where we remove them. So take note that when support C and D are removed, it becomes determinate, and I want you to verify the following reactions of these determinate beams. So remember, this is 4 times x minus 15 if that is x, but at E, the intensity of the loading is 16 kilonewton per meter. This no longer applies because uh, this is by moment area theorem. So take note that these are the support reactions of this determinate beam. Then by area moment method, we'll make the moment center at E as shown. So this is the moment area diagram by parts, M over EI diagram by parts, and because EI is constant, I do not put EI here. Imagine there are EIs of these values over these values, and we'll just treat it as one. So for instance, 2940 over 17 times 17 is 2940 here. 2940 over 17 times 8, that's the value, times 10, that's the value, times 15, times 13 rather, that this is the value. Then for this overhanging load, 20 times 2 times 2 times 1 is 40 second degree. And we imagine we have a concentrated load here of 40, 20 times 2, and a couple of 40. So because we make E the moment center, that would be the diagram. Then 40 times 17 is 680. 40 times 8, 320 times 10, 400 times 13, 520, and so on. Then for the moment of this loading, 20 times 7, so that's why you have 140 here. Now for this remaining loading, 20 times 8 times 4, second degree is 640. So we imagine again there is a concentrated load here of 20 times 8, 160, and a couple of 640. So that's why it's extended there, moment diagram by parts. Then that 160 times 5 is 800. 160 times 9 is 1440. And the moment of this triangular load, take note, this is 16 kilonewtons per meter, is 1/2 of 4 times 16 times 4/3. So we have third degree, 128 over 3. And for this overhanging load, treat that as uniform load, 24 kilonewton per meter. So 24 times 2 times 1 is, we have here 24 times, sorry, 24 or 16 times 2, 24 rather, times 2 times 1, we have 48 second degree. Then because we counter it with this triangular load because we treated this 24. So this is 8 kilonewton per meter. So 1 half of 2 times 8 times 2 thirds. So 16 thirds third degree. So that's the moment diagram by parts. So again, that's 48. So we now evaluate EI division of E relative to B. So that's 1 half of 17 times 2940 times 17 over 3. Then minus 17 times 40 times 8.5 minus 1 half of 17 times 680 times 17 over 3. For this area, 1 half of 7 times 140 times 7 over 3. Then minus 1 third of 8 times 640. So 2 plus 9 is 11. Then minus this one, 9 times 640. Moment arm 4.5. Then moment of this loading, 1 half of 9 times 1440 times 1 third of 93. And finally, minus 1/4 of 4 times 128 over 3 times 4 over 5 moment arm. So evaluating deviation of E relative to B, or EI division of E relative to B, that's 37765.867. Next, we can compute theta B. So it's positive, so the elastic curve should look as shown, then the tangent at B should look as shown. Then this is deviation of E relative to B, which is this value here. This is deviation of D relative to B, deviation of C relative to B. So theta B is negative because it is sloping down to the right. It is equal to the negative of this value, negative of that value divided by 17. So theta B is negative 37765.867 over 17 EI, and that's negative 2221.522 over EI. Now, if you want to solve for deviation for deflection at C, this one, which is negative as shown in this figure, this vertical distance from C to this point on the reference tangent is, because that is 8, that's 8 theta B, and we subtract deviation of C relative to B, absolute value, but delta C is negative, then we can solve delta C. So let's evaluate deviation of C relative to B first, considering this area, moment of areas of this part. So EI division of C relative to B is 1 half of 8 times 23520 over 17 times 8 thirds minus 8 times 40 times 4, then minus 1 half of 8 times 320 times 8 thirds, then minus 1 third of 8 times 640 times 2. Moment arm is 2. So that would be equal to 33920 339,200 over 51. That's positive because the point on the elastic curve is above the reference tangent at B. So that figure is correct. So finally, delta C is equal to 8 times theta B, negative quantity 8 times theta B, absolute value, minus absolute value of division of C relative to B. So EI delta C is the negative of 8 times theta B, absolute value of theta B, then minus this value here, deviation of C relative to B. We'll get EI delta C equals negative 11121.196, just like by the preceding or by the previous methods. So next is let's evaluate deviation of D relative to B, EI, considering these areas here. So EI division of D relative to B is 1 half of 13 times 38220 over 17 times 13 over 3 minus 13 times 40 times 6.5 minus 1 half of 13 times 520 times 13 over 3 minus 1 half of 3 times 60 times 1, then minus 1 third of 8 times 640 times 2 plus 5 is 7, then minus this moment of this area, which is 5 times 640 times 2.5, then finally minus 1 half the moment of this area, 1 half of 5, 800 times 5 thirds. So evaluating deviation of the EI deviation of the relative to B, that's 21928.627. So if this is, that's positive, this is 21928.627, the whole of this vertical distance is 813 of theta B, and deflection at D is negative, so deflection EI deflection at D is negative of quantity 13 times absolute value of theta B, then minus absolute value of deviation of D relative to B. So EI delta D is negative of quantity absolute value of 13 times theta B minus absolute value of deviation of D relative to B. Calculating, that's equal to negative 6951.159, just like before. So let us continue. So remember that in the preceding slides, we left these values here. And this time, we apply the upward reactions at C and D and compute delta C, which is positive this time, and delta D positive this time because of these upward reactions. And the idea is this positive value of delta C should be equated to this uh, delta C negative, but we use the absolute value also because this is positive. We equate it to the corresponding positive values also because the deflections at C and D, which are originally supports, would be zero, the final deflections at the supports, because there are no movements at the supports. So by moment area theorems again, so I want you to show that the reaction here is downward, and it is 9RC plus 4RD over 17. So to check this, summation moment about E equals 0. So this reaction times 17 equals R sub C times 9, just like that, plus RD times 4. So 9RC plus 4RD, then divided by 17. So that's the reaction. So for this case, because we make this the moment center, it's uh, no longer important, but to compute that or to determine that, verify that value, use sum up moment about B. So the corresponding area moment area diagram over EI would be this. So we have RC times 9, then RD times 4, then this is quantity 9RC plus 4RD over 17 times 17, so 9RC plus 4RD here. This one is 9RC plus 4RC, 4RD over 17 times 8 because that's 8. Then here, 9RC plus 4RD over 17 times 13. So that's the diagram. So first, let's compute deviation of E relative to B, this time by this diagram, by these reactions. That's the deflected shape. EI deviation of E relative to B is 1 half of 9 times 9RC times 3 plus 1 half of 4 times 4RD times 4 thirds, then minus 1 half of 17 times quantity 9RC plus 4RD, then moment arm 17 over 3. Combining R sub Cs and RD and simplifying, EI deviation of E relative to B is negative 312 RC minus 182 RD. From there, we can compute theta B, this theta B here due to this diagram. It is positive because it is inclined up to the right, and it is this deviation here. This is negative because point E is below the reference tangent. But let's treat it positive because theta B is positive, so it is positive of this value or the absolute value of this value here divided by 17. So theta B is quantity 312 RC plus 182 RD over 17 EI. Having found theta B, the whole vertical distance here is equal to 8 times theta B. If we subtract deviation of C relative to B, which is expected negative again, then we can compute delta C, which is above the axis of the beam, so that's positive. So first, let's evaluate deviation of C relative to B. So considering only this area, so negative 1 half of 8 times 8 over 17 quantity 9 RC plus 4 RD times 8 thirds. Combining and simplifying, that's equal to negative of 768 over 17 R sub C and negative 1024 over 51 RD, and that shows here below the reference tangent. So finally, delta C is equal to 8 times theta B, absolute value, that's positive, minus absolute value of deviation of C relative to B. So EI delta C is positive, absolute value of 8 times theta B, then minus absolute value of deviation of C relative to B, which are now treated positive here, absolute value. So that would be equal to 1728 over 17 RC plus 3344 over 51 RD. And since this is positive, we equate it to this positive value also, and that serves as our first equation. 1728 over 17 RC plus 3344 over 51 RD equals 11121.196, equation A. Next, let's evaluate EI division of D relative to B, considering these areas here. So EI division of D relative to B is 1 half of, this is 5, and of course this is 5 RC. I'm not showing it here, but it is 5 RC, RC times 5 thirds, then minus this area, moment of this area, 1 half of 13 times 13 over 17, 9 RC plus 4 RD, moment arm 13 over 3. Combining and simplifying, EI division of D relative to B is negative 8824 over 51 RC and negative 4394 over 51 RD, negative because this is below the reference tangent. So finally, the entire vertical distance here is 13 times theta B, and that's positive. Then minus absolute value of deviation of D relative to B, will get delta D. So AI delta D is positive 13 times theta B, then minus absolute value of deviation of D relative to B. We just treat this positive, so minus quantity, that value. Simplifying and combining, that's 3344 over 51 RC plus 2704 over 51 RD equals the positive value of theta D, because this is positive. So we equate it to positive value. Equation B, solving equations A and B simultaneously, we'll get R sub C 122.826 kilonewtons just like before, and RD is negative 20.767 kilonewtons just like before. So having found this, let's apply this on the original structure, and let's compute for the deflection under the 20 kilonewton load. So I want you to show that this is 112.813. These are the values here calculated. You sum up moment about E, you'll get this uh, reaction. So on the next slide, we'll have to prepare moment diagram by parts up to C and up to this point under the 20 kilonewton load. So let's continue with the remaining part of the solution. This time, let's solve for the deflection under the 20 kilonewton load. These were the reactions. So if we prepare moment diagram by parts, making this as the moment center, because the other part i- would is no longer important. So this would be the moment diagram by parts. 112.813 times 10 is 1128.13 over EI. Then 112.813 times 8, that's 902.504. Then moment of this reaction, 122.826 times 2, 245.612. Then for this loading, just like before, we just copy. And for 40 times 8, 320, 40 times 10, 400. Moment of this uniform load, second degree 640. Then copy. Then imagine that there is 8 times 20, 160 here. 160 times 2, so we have additional 320. So first, let's evaluate the I division of C relative to B to compute for the slope at B due to this loading here. I'll call this G, the point under the 20 kilonewton load. So AI division of C relative to B is 1 half of 8 times 902.504 times 8 thirds minus moment of this area up to 8 only, 8 times 40 times 4 minus moment of this area 1 half of 8 times 320 times 8 thirds, then minus moment of this second degree curve 1/3 of 8 times 640 times 2 moment arm. So evaluating, that's equal to AI division of C relative to B 1520.043. Then theta B, let's now, that's positive, so this is the expected tangent and elastic curve. So above, C is above the reference tangent. So theta B is negative of this value divided by 8. So negative 1520.043 over 8 EI, and that's negative 190.005 over EI. So next, we need to evaluate the deviation of G, that's on the elastic curve, to that reference tangent, considering this entire area. So EI division of G relative to B is 1 half of 10 times 1128.13 times 10 thirds plus 1 half of 2 times 245.612 times 2 thirds, then minus 10 times 40 times 5 minus 1 half of 10 times 400 times 10 thirds, moment of this area here, then minus 1/3 of 8 times 640, 2 plus 2 is 4, moment arm, then minus the moment of this rectangular area, 2 times 640 times 1, that's it. And finally, moment of this area, minus 1 half of 2, 320 times 1/3 of 2, or 2/3. Evaluating division, EI division of G relative to B is 1979.241 over EI, this entire total value, which is greater than division of C relative to B, and it's still positive, so that that diagram is correct. Therefore, delta 20 is, this delta 20 here is because this is deviation, the entire value is deviation of G relative to B, this value here, we subtract this vertical distance, which is 10 times theta B. And we already computed theta B. So we just treat absolute value because delta 20 is positive. So that's delta 20, and this is deviation of G relative to B. So obviously, uh, delta 20 is positive, absolute value of deviation of G relative to B minus this vertical distance is 10 times theta B, absolute value of theta B. So 1979.241 over EI minus 10 times absolute value of theta B. So delta 20 can now be computed, and it is 79.191 over EI. So that's it for this very lengthy video.